Adidas Adios Pro 3s, and we've also got his Adios Pro 2s as well as compared. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to start off by saying I have absolutely no idea what this vlog's going to be about. Just thought, let's take the camera on a run with us. Got a cool little package waiting at home that we'll discuss when we get back. It's not for me, it's for my dad. But still going to take a look at them because why not? I'm a bit of a shoe head, I guess, if you like. So it's always cool to look at these new super shoes that are coming out. And actually, don't tell Dad, but I have tried them on, and they're not massive. They're 2 sizes bigger than I would usually take, but I reckon if I was doing a marathon, that's probably the size I get, to be fair, in those. So, anyhow, I'm going to head off for an easy run. Just got 5 miles to do this morning. I'm going to bring you with me, and then we'll have a little bit of a chat when I get back, basically. So, let's go. So, guys, the weather is absolutely perfect running weather today. Sun's gone in. It's not too humid. So yeah, I just thought we'd talk about a little bit what my next races are, plans for the rest of the summer, etc. So I've actually only got 2 races booked as of right now, which is Watford next Wednesday, another 1500, to try and rectify that 402 that I did at Elton the other day. And then 9 days after that, 9 days, maybe 10 days, I'm doing the MK 5000, which is a night of the 5Ks-esque sort of thing, where each race gets quicker, track 5Ks. So yeah, it should be good fun. I mean, I've put down a predicted of just 14:14, my road PB, so it should be in a good race. I'm just going to tuck in, but we'll talk about that a little bit more close to the time. But yeah, apart from that, haven't got anything else planned. I imagine there'll be another 15 in there, another 800 maybe. So yeah. I retract what I previously said about not being too humid. It is very humid. Oh, it's overcast, so I guess it's expected really, but yeah, didn't feel like it earlier. Does anybody have this one person that they bump into on all of their runs? You've never had a conversation with them, but every time they're so friendly, and you both know that you see each other all the time. So it's just like a, "Right, mate? Yeah, you're right, fella," that sort of thing. Like, it's so friendly. Never actually even met the person, but we both know who each other are. Like, see him all the time. Yeah, see him with his 6 dogs. I'm assuming he's like a dog walker or something, but yeah, see him all the time. If you're watching, mate, hello. Hello. So guys, that's 5 miles done. 6:55. Average about 4:17, 4:16 K pace. Yeah, it's just I try so hard not to get a little bit carried away, but on those downhills, you feel like you're flying, the heart rate goes down. Yeah, I just love running around the woods, to be honest. If you could run as quick on trails as you could on road, then I'd definitely be like a trail runner, I think. I just absolutely love it. Like you can hopefully see the terrain in some of these videos that you've just seen. And I wear the Invincibles, as you can see on my feet now. I just love them. They're my favourite shoe for like every terrain, really. Obviously, they're not a great shoe to go quick in, But even on the trails, some people said they found them really unstable, but I know I find that the wide base on them just makes them so stable, never go over on my ankle, and they protect me from all the rocks and stuff because of that massive wad of Zoom X foam. But yeah, so I like to do this route. So I actually finish about 300 meters down the road, because I like to just kind of do like a nice 300 meter walk back home, just to kind of bring the legs back down to resting almost, bring that heart rate down. It's like a mini cool down after an easy run. As you can see, very hot. So yeah, all prepping for tomorrow's session. We're doing a bit of a speed session, so it's a bit of an all out. So it's 600, 400, 4x3, so look forward to that. I'm going to be training with a 151 guy, might even be a 150 guy, so sorry if I got that wrong, Jordan. And then obviously the normal canter endurance guy, so yeah, it's going to be a really quick session. Really looking forward to it. But anyway, I'm going to go home, stretch, shower, and then we'll have a talk about these Adios Pro 3s, even though they're my dad's, but I can still look at them, do a little bit of an unboxing, I guess. So guys, we are back from the run, and I thought we'd just take a little quick look at my dad's Adios Pro 3s, Adidas Adios Pro 3s, and we've also got his Adios Pro 2s as well, as compare them to. I've got some of the facts and figures up on my computer just here, so we can discuss a little bit of the difference in the shoes, whether it's changed that much. Unfortunately, I've not personally ran in either of these shoes. I've always been a bit of a Nike boy myself, and I've tried some of like the other like New Balance racing shoes and things like that. But I'm yet to try the Adidas ones, and unfortunately the student bank account did not stretch that far this time. But having had them in hand, I'm very intrigued. But yeah, so let's get into some of the facts and figures, and if anything's changed about this shoe. So we'll start with the Adios Pro 2. So the Adios Pro 2 you can actually get as little as £140 at the moment from places like Runners Need, sportshoes.com, things like that. I guess that's just what happens when you bring out a new iteration of a shoe. The old ones go down in price, but I think that's an absolute bargain for a shoe like this. I know this was my dad's favourite shoe of 2021, and it's definitely been his favourite of 2022 so far. Of course, he's yet to try these Adios Pro 3s. These arrived this morning while he was at work, so I'm at home revising for my last uni exams. I've had some time to have a look at his shoes, but yeah, I'm not going to wear them because they are his, unfortunately. So yeah, these obviously are a race day shoe. Unfortunately, they don't have a carbon plating like a lot of like the Nike shoes do, but they do have these carbon rods, and they've definitely stuck with that in this Adios Pro 3. You can see here as well. So one major thing about the shoe is that the drop in the shoe has changed quite dramatically. So in the Adios Pro 2, we've got a 39mm heel stack, and then we've got a 29mm heel stack at the front. So that's only a 10mm drop. Whereas in the Adios Pro 3, we've got a 39mm heel stack, so the exact same as the Adios 2, but the forefoot, the stack is 33.5, I believe. So the 32.5 even. So yeah, the drop is only 6.5mm. Sorry, I had to do some quick maths there. So yeah, they've obviously decided actually we're going to put a bit more foam in the front, so the drop's less. And personally, I think that would suit me more, and especially being as this is kind of, I guess it's kind of bridged the gap almost between the Adios Pro 2 and the Prime X. So for those of you who don't know, the Prime X is their illegal shoe, 50mm of stack height, proper wad of foam. So this shoe is definitely going to be, I think personally, it's going to be more suited to the marathon this time. Whereas the Adios Pro 2 is definitely more suited to the half marathon. I think just that less foam at the forefoot, I think it just means you start to feel the roads a bit at those later distances. At least that's what my dad said. He said he started to really feel the pavements in this shoe towards the end. So hopefully this higher stack height on this Adios Pro 3 might hopefully get rid of some of those problems he was having in the past. So I'll keep you updated and we'll see what he says. So the price has changed fairly dramatically actually. So the Adios Pro 2, in my opinion, as a super shoe, was a bargain. £180 retail price for these. And if you had a student discount code, you could get an extra 30 to 35% off this from Adidas, which was a major plus point for me. So when I told Dad that I had a student discount code for these, he was like, oh, okay, well, get them then, because he was tossing and turning between the like the Alpha Flies and the Adios Pro 3s. So yeah, unfortunately with the Adios Pro 3, they have gone up to £220, and they are now no longer accepting promotional codes on these. So that's 220, and that's unfortunately what you got to pay for these. Whereas I got my dad's Adios Pro 2s for as little as, I don't know, £120, £130 with my student discount code. So yeah, not too shabby at all. So that's a little bit of a negative for me from Adidas point of view. I think one of the big things that they were kind of doing better than Nike were their prices, and the fact that they've kind of jumped up quite significantly. I think that's a negative in my opinion, and I think that's bad on their kind of marketing PR side. So obviously the main competitor to this Adios Pro 3 is going to be the Alpha Fly 2 that recently released as well. That retails at £275, and I'm yet to get my hands on those, unfortunately. Being a bit more of a middle distance runner, I don't know, I feel like spending loads and loads of money on these proper marathon shoes is maybe a little bit wasted on me, but definitely in the future I'll give it a go. But yeah, so there's actually a difference of £55 between the Adios Pro 3 and the Alpha Fly 2. So yeah, it's still much cheaper, but I think Adidas had to stick at that kind of almost £80 to £100 cheaper than the Nike to actually get that sort of traction that they wanted. Again, they've stuck with the Continental outsole, which is a big plus point for me, I think. The Takumi Sen 8s, which I got from Adidas, the outsole is a massive plus. So whenever it's slightly wet or it's been raining, I always stick on my Takumi Sen 8s because I just know that the grip's never going to fail me. Yeah, apart from that, having not ran in them, I don't know if there's any other major changes. The upper seems to have changed a little bit from this more synthetic to a much more breathable material, which looks quite nice. They are, of course, both neutral shoes. I don't think I know any brand that does a stability version of their racing shoes. But yeah, so both shoes use their Light Strike Pro midsole, but it does look like they've actually added more to it this time, obviously with that increased stack height in the forefoot. So it's got almost 2 layers, whereas this one's got a bit more of a cutout. The Adios Pro 2's got a bit more of a cutout. You can see there's like a little bit of a divot there. Whereas the Adios Pro 3 has no divot cut out, so I think it's much more kind of foamy, it's more condensed, and I think it is going to provide a better ride. But anyway, I think that's probably enough. I'll quickly do the weights for you, so we'll see how much these compare. They're both size 11. Off initially, I'm going to guess that the Adios Pro 3 is a lot lighter. This one feels quite heavy in comparison, but we'll weigh those now. Okay, so weirdly, as you can see from this clip here, the weight of the shoes is actually pretty much identical. So this one came in, the Adios Pro 2 came in at 258 grams in a UK size 11. And then the Adios Pro 3 came in at 259 grams in a UK size 11. So bearing in mind that this has got a lot more midsole foam on the forefoot, almost 3mm worth, which is quite a lot when you think about it. It's actually, they've saved a lot of weight elsewhere in the shoe, and I'm not sure where that's come from. Maybe the upper, maybe the laces or something similar. But yeah, so the shoe weight has actually not changed at all. So yeah, it's interesting, definitely interesting. So if you're an Adidas lover, and you're umming and ahhing about upgrading from the Adios Pro 2 to the Pro 3, from what I can see, they've only improved it. But as I said, I haven't ran in either of these, so I will get my dad's thoughts after he's done his first run in these, and I'll update you in a future video. But yeah, I think we're going to leave it there for today, guys. As I said, I didn't really know what this video was going to be about, but I thought we'd have a little talk about these, because they're kind of hot off the press, I guess. And I'm fortunate enough to have a dad that's bought a pair, so... Anyway, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share with your running buddies. It's free for you, and it means a lot to me. We're about to hit Desmond. Rest in peace, Desmond. But 2,200 subscribers. So yeah, that's a big achievement for me, and we're growing rapidly. So thank you guys for all your support, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.